Doomslayer is a heavy-hitting bruiser whose variety of weapons and overall mobility make him a terrifying opponent. Your damage output and kill potential are among some of the highest in the game, but should you hesitate to make your move, it could be the end of you, just like in Doom itself. Doomslayer is a tall humanoid character, standing slightly shorter than that of Ganondorf. Like in Doom, Doomslayer is very fast on his feet, constantly moving at a quick pace regardless if he's running or he's walking. In terms of run speed, I imagine he'd probably be on par or just around the level of Roy and Crom, who are very fast. His jump animations will come straight out of Doom, featuring the use of thrust boots for a second jump like in Doom 2016. Doomslayer's idle animation will have him holding one of his various weapons, the weapon he's holding depending on the last weapon he used. The standard weapon that Doomslayer has equipped is his signature Super Shotgun, arguably the most popular weapon from the Doom franchise. Having Doomslayer mainly use the Super Shotgun is also a means of differentiating him from the other firearm-wielding characters, as it's a completely different type of weapon from the ones used by said characters. Joker and Bayonetta both wield pistols, the Inklings use automatics, and Doomslayer uses a shotgun, at least for his main weapon. The Super Shotgun isn't the only weapon Doomslayer brings with him to smash. In Doom, there's only two rules. Shoot everything until it dies, and most importantly, never stop moving. This has been apparent ever since the early days of Doom, and I feel as if this is something that must be emulated in Smash should, and when, Doomslayer makes it in. Which is why Doomslayer's gimmick as a character is that any and all weapons Doomslayer can use are capable of being used while he's on the move, as opposed to standing still to fire. This is not only very true to the constant action that Doom provides when in combat, but will continue to differentiate Doomslayer from the other characters in Smash that wield firearms. All of Doomslayer's weapons, save for the Super Shotgun, come equipped with an ammo limit. If you use the weapons too much, they'll proceed to run out of ammo and you're forced to wait a set period of time for the ammo to restock. In order to incentivize that the player actually approaches as opposed to running away at all times, Doomslayer is capable of beating ammo out of his opponents, which will make said ammo stock up faster than it would should you just wait for it to refill naturally. Doomslayer's normals mainly comprise of two forms of attacks, either the use of his Super Shotgun or brutal up-close melee attacks that mostly reference the glory kills seen in Doom 2016. For his jab combo, Doomslayer will throw out a punch before kneeing his opponent in the gut. To finish the basic combo, he'll perform another hook punch to knock his opponent away. But for his rapid jab, he'll utilize a weapon from Doom, the heavy assault rifle. Holding the A button will have Doomslayer unload round after round into his opponent, all before releasing mini-missiles from within the heavy assault rifle to end the combo. Forward tilt is the first attack that uses the Super Shotgun, which acts as a short to mid-range attack that deals more damage and knockback the closer the opponent is to Doomslayer when he fires the weapon. This weapon's cooldown is decently long as it features a quick reload animation after the attack finishes, as is the case for every attack utilizing the Super Shotgun. As this character gimmick might have you believe, this weapon can indeed be used while Doomslayer is moving, but using it will put him at walk speed. Don't worry, as even when walking, Doomslayer is still quite quick on his feet. Up tilt will have Doomslayer strike upwards with his currently equipped weapon, much like your basic melee attack. The weapon Doomslayer has equipped doesn't affect the damage of the attack, as it's only there to add some consistency on what attack Doomslayer last used, much like the way Pit's bow changes style depending on the last attack used. Down tilt is a downward stomp attack utilizing Doomslayer's right foot. Stomps are pretty commonplace with a lot of Doomslayer's glory kills, which is where the idea for this attack comes from. To fit in with said inspiration, this move will deal bonus damage if used on an opponent that's either crouching or sprawled out on the floor. Dash attack is a reference to Doomslayer's melee attacks while in berserk state, a mode that drastically increases Doomslayer's strength but restricts him to only using melee abilities. With this attack, Doomslayer will rush forward and perform a powerful hook punch, sending his opponent flying upon contact with their poor unsuspecting face. As is the case in Doom, it can probably be used as a kill option in Smash as well. Doomslayer's Smash attacks take advantage of two different weapons, those being the chainsaw and the Gauss cannon. Those that are familiar to Doom know all about the chainsaw and its destructive capabilities, but being a new weapon added to Doom 2016, the Gauss Cannon isn't as iconic nor familiar to players of the series. Forward Smash utilizes one of the Gauss Cannon's modifications, named Siege Mode. When thinking of ideas for Doomslayer's smash attacks, it was hard to initially think of abilities that Doomslayer can only use while he's standing still, and that's where the idea of the Siege Mode came to mind. With this smash attack, Doomslayer will charge up the Gauss Cannon, all before releasing a massive projectile that, while very slow to start up, covers an insane amount of range, roughly up to 25% of a battlefield stage. This massive projectile blast can pierce through multiple opponents at once as well, making it quite ideal for either 4-player free-for-alls or team battles. Up smash and down smash both reference glory kills Doomslayer can perform while the chainsaw is active. The first will feature him tearing upwards to the opponent before swinging the chainsaw over his head, much like that of Ganondorf's up smash. For his down smash, Doomslayer will instead cut into his opponent sideways, the force of the slash causing him to spin around and hit on both sides of him. Up smash, down smash, it doesn't matter what fits the situation better, all that matters is that you rip and tear. Doomslayer's aerials mainly utilize his signature weapon, the Super Shotgun, all while using several kick attacks in order to beat his opponents down. Neutral air is an aerial roundhouse kick, having him spin in the air in order to hit on both sides of him. Visually, this move is quite similar to Samus's neutral air and is a reference to a taunt seen in Doom's multiplayer. Forward air, up air, and back air all use the Super Shotgun, and as to be expected, they all have the same mechanics seen in Doomslayer's forward tilt, which is that the attack is stronger when the opponent is closer, and it features a reload animation after each attack. Forward air will have Doomslayer shoot out right in front of him, back air will have him turn around to shoot, while up air will have him aim above him while firing. Despite the powerful kick expected from a shotgun, Doomslayer doesn't experience any self-knockback while using these attacks, much like in Doom. Down air will have Doomslayer stomp downwards with both his feet, looking visually similar to the down air used by both Captain Falcon and Ganondorf. This move is yet another reference to his stomp-based glory kills, namely the way he stomps down on his opponent from above while performing glory kills in the air. Doomslayer's grab will have him grab with his left hand, holding his opponent in place by the throat. For his pummel, he'll punch his opponent in the face with his other hand, which is a reference to a glory kill from Doom. Yes, you can kill enemies with nothing more than a simple punch to the face. All of Doomslayer's throws are references to glory kills. For his forward throw, Doomslayer will punch his opponent in the stomach before punching them in the face, the force of the blow sending them flying away. For his back throw, Doomslayer will quickly move in behind his opponent and punch them in the ribs, before sending them flying with a punch to the back of the head. Up throw will have Doomslayer punch his opponent off their feet before smacking them off the floor, causing them to bounce upwards. Finally, for his down throw, Doomslayer will quickly leap onto his opponent, pushing them to the ground before delivering a brutal punch to the face. For his floor/trip attacks, Doomslayer will strike with his elbow on one side before kicking out in front of him. For his ledge attack, Doomslayer will leap up onto the stage and attack using his knee. Next is the specials, where Doomslayer truly utilizes his gimmick as a run-and-gun character. Standard special is the Plasma Rifle, an iconic weapon featured in all Doom titles to date. This high-powered energy weapon will fire in rapid succession, the shots following a straight line before eventually falling off. At face level, these shots of plasma actually don't deal any knockback, much like Fox's blaster. However, should you continue to unload shot after shot into your opponent's hurt box, they'll eventually suffer from a shock effect, much like if they were shocked by Pikachu's Thunder Jolt. Continue to fire even more, however, and your opponent will overload with plasma energy, exploding in a burst of blue sparks and taking a ton of damage. Your opponent trying to fake you out and dodge? Not a problem, since you can move around while firing and follow their movement pattern. Be careful though, as once you start shooting, you're locked into said direction while firing and must stop shooting in order to turn around. This weapon has a set amount of ammo, allowing up to 75 shots to be fired before the weapon must reload. Weapons in Doom don't actually reload, but instead all have a set amount of ammo that can be replenished by finding ammo packets. Running low on ammo? Just beat it out of your enemies, just like in Doom itself. The design of the rifle is inspired by the rifles seen in Doom Eternal, which takes its appearance from the classic vacuum look the weapon had in Dooms 1 and 2. Side special is Rocket Launcher, another high-powered staple from Doom. This explosive ordnance has multiple forms of attack, and its destructive capabilities make Snake's Nikita cry in shame. When the B button is pressed, Doomslayer will pull out the rocket launcher and begin to charge up a rocket, even while moving around. The longer the rocket launcher is out, the more rockets Doomslayer will release once the player lets go of the B button. At long range, these rockets are simply fast and hard-hitting projectiles that will pick up speed after a certain distance threshold is crossed, but should Doomslayer get within a certain range of his closest opponent, a target reticle will appear around them, slowly changing from a square to that of a diamond. This means that you've locked onto your opponent, and should you release the B button at said moment, all of the rockets you've stored will home in on said opponent, making it a very effective way of closing out a stock. Just be careful, as Doomslayer cannot attack while he's charging. Up special is Jump Pad, which is Doomslayer's recovery special. With this, a colored jump pad will appear under Doomslayer's feet, sending him flying up into the air in a direction desired by the player, as they're capable of changing the direction Doomslayer flies by moving the analog stick, much like Rosalina's recovery does. Doomslayer does not go into a helpless state after using this move. Down special is Siphon Grenade, a grenade type first introduced in Doom 2016. As opposed to the explosive utility provided by the grenades used by both Snake and the Inklings, the Siphon Grenade is more about survivability and area denial. When this weapon is thrown out, it will bounce off the floor once before activating, opening up a large field of glowing red energy. This area of effect doesn't deal any knockback, but will instead leech health from any opponent caught in the attack and transfer it to Doomslayer. These grenades have a very powerful utility attached to them, and as a result, they aren't inherently spammable. For much like ammo, you must wait for your grenades to restock after each throw, much like in Doom 2016. In total, the grenades will heal Doomslayer for roughly 50% of the damage dealt, meaning that the more enemies you stack inside the bubble, the more you'll heal off of them. That makes this move perfect for 4-player free-for-alls and team battles. Finally, Doomslayer's final smash is exactly what you think it is, the BFG 9000. To start this attack, Doomslayer will toss out a Tesla rocket, a grenade-like weapon featured in the multiplayer of Doom 2016. Any opponents hit by this weapon will be stunned by a massive electric shock, allowing for Doomslayer to pull out the BFG 9000 and begin a charge. After a few seconds, the gun will fire out a massive orb of green energy, flying through each opponent hit and causing them to furiously explode. Any opponent caught by this final smash that's over 100% damage will be instantly KO'd, as it only makes sense that one of the most powerful weapons in video game history absolutely annihilates anything it touches. The last thing to talk about for Doomslayer is the extra parts of his character, namely his victory theme, victory animations, taunts, and colors. Doomslayer's victory theme is the ending riffs of Ed Doom's Gate, the main theme of Doom 2016, which is also a remix of E1M1 from the original Doom. Doomslayer's first victory pose will have him remaking the iconic pose seen on the box art of the original Doom, which is also remade at the end of Doom 2016. Doomslayer's second victory pose will have him walk on screen, holding a pair of shotgun shells as he loads them into his super shotgun, closing the barrel and aiming past the camera. For his last victory pose, Doomslayer will be holding an ardent power core, all before crushing it and letting its energy fill his body. Doomslayer's first taunt will have him crack his knuckles, all while rolling his neck. This is an action seen multiple times throughout Doom 2016, both in the campaign and as a taunt in multiplayer. Doomslayer's second taunt will have him perform a Caesar-like thumbs down, which is also a taunt you can use in Doom's multiplayer. Lastly, Doomslayer's third taunt will have him perform the classic "I'm watching you" taunt with his dominant hand. While both this and his second taunts aren't actually things Doomslayer himself has done in-game, I feel as if they're both taunts that befit Doomslayer's personality as a character. The last thing to talk about is colors, which is sadly nowhere near as in-depth as the other characters I've covered, as that's namely because of the fact that a lot of the focus in Doom is on Doomslayer and the demons, so some of these colors are simply made up for Super Smash Bros. The first color is Doomslayer's original look, featuring a mostly green set of armor. The second color is a gray suit, a reference to the wide variety of jobber soldiers seen throughout the Doom series. This will also give Doomslayer a bright blue visor. Color 3 is a red suit of armor with a green visor. This is a reference to a fellow Smash Bros. Character and most badass woman in the galaxy, Samus Aran. Colors 4 through 6 are simple recolors, featuring blue armor, yellow armor, and purple armor. This, along with the red armor, are also a reference to the colors of the various power-ups you can get in Doom. Color 7 is a white armor, which is a reference to the side character Samuel Hayden, who appeared in Doom 2016. Finally, Color 8 is the classic appearance Doomslayer, or Doom Guy as this iteration is better known as, took in the original 2 Doom titles. And this has been Doomslayer for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. With Doom Eternal set to release this November on the Switch at the same time as everywhere else, and Doom's anniversary not even a month after that, the chances of Doom's legendary legacy making it to Smash Bros. Is actually far higher than you think. Doom is arguably the most groundbreaking franchise to not be featured in Smash Bros. As of this point, as it holds the same level of importance to its genre as Mario holds to platformers and Dragon Quest holds to RPGs. Without Doom, there would be no Halo, no COD, no Splatoon, no nothing. And if that's not enough for you, Doom has had every title, save for Doom 3, appear on Nintendo platforms at one point or another. I think it goes without saying that Doom and Smash would be a very big deal, and I highly doubt Nintendo didn't take notice of said franchise's influence and popularity, especially in recent years. Whether or not he makes it in is unknown as of right now, but don't be surprised if he ends up being DLC character number 4. If you liked what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe, as I'll be releasing a video every week, with Day of the Week now up in the air as of this point. The next character was chosen thanks to viewer choice in my last video, which you can also check out if you'd like, so get ready! Alright, take care, and have a good one.